it's a very hard world we live in, right? A lot of us, and for myself, for most of my life, all we have done is survive. That is all we could do. I'm finally now also learning to thrive, to create, to have fun. Pain can make great art. It can make connection. It is such a beautiful thing to be in pain, but only if you allow it to transform who you are and who is around you. The hardest thing to do in life, like the absolute hardest thing to do, is when you are in pain and you do not tell anybody, nobody knows, you don't talk to God about it or a single soul. That is when pain becomes suffering. That is when pain is so unbearable and so intolerable. We aren't supposed to go through it alone. We have been trying to strive in these communities of aloneness, and no wonder why the system's so broken. It's because we're not meant to be by ourselves and trying to do everything by ourselves. We're built to do things together. There's so many spaces and communities that really lack places for people to gather, to meet, and do so without having to pay. Literally everywhere we want to go now, everything that's fun, generally we have to pay. That's capitalism, right? Find things that are free to do. Find things that you can do with friends or by yourself and reflect that are free, fun, or fulfilling in some way. Example, going out for a walk in the park, going to see sunsets, watching the water on the beach. That is literally free. It might cost you a few dollars to get there, like public transport or petrol wise, but if you can walk and walk for a long time, do it. Walk there, walk to the places. Just starting at that helps so much with that feeling of suffering, because it allows you, gives you time to either reflect off someone else or yourself, or in conversation with a higher whoever you might believe in, and it really helps shift the perspective. If you give yourself time to pause and exist and be, and not just be always in survival mode, you allow yourself to actually give space to live this little space. In all the surviving, you give yourself space to actually live life and be a human being and not a human doing.